another example in chapter 7 involving statistical inference. And particularly, this is an example of what's called an analysis of variance. And here's the link to the question. And let's see, we have a result called a dependent variable, a variable that measures what we're looking for. And these are the results, the value for the dollar, some kind of scale. We want to compare these groups of carriers, AT&T, other, Sprint, Verizon, AT&T, other, T-Mobile, Verizon, etc. Now, we're going to again do this in StatCrunch, which is quite easy, even though Excel also does this. Open in StatCrunch. We're going to go to Stat, ANOVA, which stands for Analysis of Variance. And again, I have quite a few videos, not quite a few good videos explaining what's called a one-way analysis of variance. It's called one-way because we're only comparing carriers. We're not comparing American carriers versus we maybe have 5 of those and maybe 3 different European carriers. We're just comparing carriers. Well, I have to go back and change something before there's a slight mistake, which I wrote to the publisher to change, but they should be doing this for you automatically. The variable is called carrier. This is called value. Really, unless it's changed by the time you get it, value for $1. So now this first row is irrelevant. I'm going to delete it. And now the example, whoops, what did I do wrong? This should be carrier. Value. Okay. Stat, ANOVA, one way. The column, we want to check this one. The values in a single column, meaning the responses are found in the value column. The factors, the carriers, are found here. We don't need this stuff, this stuff, this stuff. Hit compute, and you have what's called an analysis of variance table. These are the 5 groups. 4 groups really. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 groups. These are the means, and you can see they're pretty close, but 4.8 is quite different than the 3, almost twice as big. So just jumping ahead, we're going to look at the F stat. That's the key number here. Like the T in the previous example. Put it in here, Control V, check it, and it worked. Then we want to have the p-value, which was just there a second ago. It was a small number, I recall. 0.0034. You know what? I think this may be the wrong one. We have 2 on the sheet. 1 second here. The old one here. This is the old problem. This is the new problem, and the p-value is 0.0034. Control C, Control V, check it, and it's still right. Always surprised. The p-value is lower than the chosen level of significance, 0.05. Therefore, the rejected null hypothesis includes there are significant differences among the means. I should go back and explain the first thing. This is the correct choice. The student already entered it. We want to prove, if you recall from beginning of the chapter, we want to compare two averages to each other. This is a generalization. Are they all the same? What's the opposite if they're all the same? There's at least one different. Not that they're all different from each other, but at least one of them is different. So this is, in fact, the correct way of formulating the hypotheses. Let's check the answer so far. And we're good. And we're done. Oh, that was a short one. Sharing. Recording.